Hello students, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to discuss regarding earthquakes under chapter 15 of your NCERT science book Earth class. In previous two classes, we have already studied regarding lightning and thunderstorms in detail. Earthquake is the second devastating natural phenomena which we have to discuss in this chapter. The predictions of lightning may be forecasted by meteorological department, but regarding earthquake, till now there is no advancement in the field of meteorological department that the happening of earthquake may be predicted before. This is the main disadvantage. This is the main problem before the entire world, that earthquake cannot be forecasted or predicted before. It happens suddenly. And as it is very devastating natural calamity, natural phenomena, so it is quite essential to understand what exactly the earthquake is. Thereafter, we will discuss what steps should be done so that the devastating effect of earthquake may be minimized. Firstly, we will understand what exactly the earthquake is. Earthquakes. The sudden shivering, shaking of the earth is called as earthquake. It causes the mass killing, it damages the buildings and residential area, bridge, roads, etc. So it causes the great loss to the human being, the place particularly where it occurs. Sudden shaking, shivering is called as earthquake. Now we will discuss how it occurs. What is the reason? To understand the happening of the earthquake, firstly we will understand the structure of earth. Certainly in geography, you have studied in lower classes the structure of earth. In the center of the earth, there is hard core, and around the hard core there is outer core. Outer core. This is the outer core. And this central structure is inner core. And outside the core, outer core, there is thick layer of the molten rocks. Molten rocks. Thick layer. This is layer of a spherical layer. You know the structure of the earth is somewhat spherical. Just like here. This region is called as mantle. This layer is called as mantle, and it is layer of molten rock, and this is inner core, and this is outer core. And outside the mantle, there is thin layer of crust, soil. This is the thin layer, very thin. This is the main point. First point is thick layer of the molten rock found in mantle. And then the second point is the thin layer of the crust, soil. That is the layer of the soil, upper soil crust, that is called as crust. Very thin. This layer is very thin. And this thin layer of the crust is made up of number of plates. It is not a complete layer. It is made up of number of plates. Those plates are called as tectonic plates. This is the third point. You remember all these points to understand the earthquake. This is the molten layer, molten rocks. Clear? And this is the thin layer of crust. And crust is made up of number of plate-like structures. They are called as tectonic plate. Tectonic plates. Clear? These are the tectonic plates. Due to movement, due to disturbance in this molten layer of the mantle, the disturbance or movement spread to the upper layer of the crust, and due to the disturbance or due to the contractions and expansion in the mantle molten rocks, there may be certain causes just at frequent change in temperature. The contraction and expansion of the molten rocks take place. Apart from the frequent change in temperature, there may be other reasons like volcanic eruption, etc. Main reason is frequent change in temperature in mantle region. The contractions and expansion of the molten rocks take place and cause disturbance, cause movement, shivering in this region firstly. And that disturbance or movement is spread up to the level of the crust. And due to that disturbance and movement, the tectonic plates start moving up and down, particularly up and down like this. And brushing effects start producing around the boundaries of the tectonic plates. That is called brushing effect, going up and down, moving up and down, and causes brushing effect. Clear? Brushing effect on the boundaries of the tectonic plates. And due to that brushing effects, the shivering and sagging on the surface of the earth starts. That is earthquake. The boundaries of the tectonic plates are the vulnerable region for the earthquake, where the devastating effect of the earthquake causes its great magnitude. So, this region, boundary region of the tectonic plates of the crust is more susceptible, more effective area, and that area is called fault region, fault zone or region. It is also called as seismic zone. Seismic zone. And at seismic zones, the devastating effect of the earthquake is very high magnitude. Their devastation, destructions takes place at great extent. So, the people living at fault zone or seismic zone should take certain precautions, particularly during constructions of the building. They should follow the norms prescribed by the Central Building Research Institute, Roorkee. This department, the Central Building Research Department, has already declared certain fault zone or seismic zone in our country and has prescribed certain norms for construction of the building. The people living in seismic zone should construct their building by using mainly the woods. The roofs should be made up of lighter woods. Note that they should use iron pillar, rods, and pakka construction. Now we will discuss the power or the magnitude of the earthquake, by which unit or scale it is measured, its power is measured. The power or the magnitude of the earthquake is measured by a scale. That scale is called as Richter scale. Richter scale. Just like the unit of other magnitude physical quantities, the power of the earthquake is measured by Richter scale. When the magnitude or the power of the earthquake is greater than 7, then power or magnitude of earthquake is very high. Their devastation, destructions takes place at great amount. So, at the time of earthquake, when the magnitude of the power of a particular area is more than 7, Richter scale destructions or mass killing of the people there takes place at great extent. And during the earthquake, the tremor spread just like waves, and having a central point where the magnitude is highest. That point is called as epicenter. You note down. Epicenter. And the tremors spread just like waves. and gradually the potency or the magnitude of the earthquake gradually reduces toward the periphery of the center, epicenter. These are overall description of earthquake. Now we will discuss the device or equipment by which the earthquake is measured. Scale is the Richter scale. The instrument by which the power or magnitude of earthquake is measured is called as seismograph. Is called as seismograph. We will discuss the structure of seismograph in concise way. Seismograph. It is very ordinary device or instrument to measure the power or magnitude of earthquake. It is made up of a iron metal stand. This is the metal stand, and on this arm, this is also made up of, and it is fixed. It's the lower part is fixed at a platform, and at this end a pendulum is fixed. Bob of the pendulum is fixed here. This is the bob of the pendulum. Bob. And here a pointer, just like pen. This is the pointer, which mark the waves of the earthquake on the rotating drum. This is the rotating drum on which the graph paper is still. This is the rotating drum. It rotates. On it, the graph paper is fixed. And during earthquake, this pointer mark the waves. Waves on this rotating drum. Rotating drum. Like this. This is bob and this is pendulum. Pendulum. And this is the iron moving iron stand. Fixed at a platform on the ground. And by this way, the potency or power of the earthquake is graphed here, is marked here by this pointer. This is the pointer, just like pen, fixed in bob of the pendulum. This is overall a structure of seismograph. Now we will discuss what precaution should be taken at the time of earthquake, because it occurs for a very short time, and during the short time it damages the buildings and causes mass casualties. So particularly in the seismic zone or fault zone, the people should follow the norms of Central Building Research Department, so that during earthquake may cause less damage. Just before जो है कि I have told you regarding Central Building Research Department Roorkee. And as a common man, we human being, what should be done or what should not be done? When we are outside the home and we are moving in car or buses, we should not go outside the bus or car. We should sit silently in the car or buses. And driving at the time of earthquake should be slow. And when we are at our home, firstly we should go under the table. We should make our head particularly safe. We should away from the certain heavy material which are kept above to our head. These are the precaution which we should take at the time of earthquake. By this lecture, I am going to conclude this session. In next session, we will start another new chapter. You students continue with us. Watch the videos which are available on YouTube channel. There are number of videos on Institute's YouTube channel pertaining to other subject also. You share those videos to your friends, subscribe our channel, get benefited, as well as help the Institute in promotion of YouTube channel. Thank you very much.